Just give me a quick take, your quick take on sort of this quarter and how it fits into what we've been seeing lately from Tesla.
They are much more consistent about turning a profit, David. And I know there will be some people who will say, well, look, without the zero-emission vehicle credits that they received from other companies who bought them from Tesla so they could offset their carbon emissions standards that they weren't meeting, whether it's in Europe or the U.S. or wherever, that doesn't matter. That's part of the game. And you shouldn't hold that against Tesla. Fact of the matter is it was a fifth profitable quarter. Now, going forward, what stood out, and especially during the conference call, they talked about this, they're going to be ramping up production. Giga Berlin and Giga Texas, that's the plant that's being built in Austin, they'll start production late next year. It's not going to be big volume, but this is this period here, David, where we see over the next year to 2 years to 3 years where you're going to see big ramp up in production from Tesla.
Going to be demand for that ramp up in production?
They believe there will be. Now, remember, you've got the Tesla Semi. The question becomes how many companies are going to say, yeah, we do want that electric semi coming out of the Gigafactory in Texas. The Cybertruck, we've talked about that. And then Berlin, I definitely think there's going to be demand there. I mean, Europe is a market where electric vehicles, there is demand. And as countries are mandating you need electric vehicles there, you will see that definitely take off.
Phil, I've got to know what your take is on the sale of these regulatory credits. 4 quarters in a row in which they would not have turned a profit without them. But so much of the demand picture seems to overshadow that.
It does overshadow that. And I guess the thing that I come back to is everyone says, well, they wouldn't be profitable without that. But that is part of the game here. And it's in the auto industry. I never hear anybody say, you know, this particular automaker had to spend X $100 million for ZEV credits so that they don't get dinged for their sales in Europe. Why is it never on the other end? It's only with regard to Tesla. I understand that people say, strictly looking at the operations, they would not have turned a profit. But they are continuing to grow their sales. Their gross margins improved substantially. I think, generally speaking, the ZEV credits, to a certain extent, it's a bit overplayed by those who do not believe in the Tesla story or who want to discredit them turning a profit.
Steve, we know you've been a believer in the Tesla story for some time. I mean, this year has, of course, been incredible as we've watched the stock price move up, as we've said, over 400%. But from here, Steve, do you really think there's more, even given the success of the company, that can be done? Or do you need to believe that Tesla, as many say, is more than a car company?
Well, look, there are a couple of points here. First, you just have to stop and acknowledge Tesla's killed it. This is a stunning quarter. Sold, 139,000 vehicles. They're on track to 500,000 vehicles. When Elon Musk said they were going to hit 500,000, that sounded like a pipe dream. Now they're doing it. Second, record quarter, $8.77 billion. Just so people understand, that's a 40% uptick from just last quarter. So they're bringing all these new products to market. By the way, not just the Semi, Cybertruck in the wings, over 600,000 orders. And to me, most interestingly, a $25,000 car that could be 2.5 years out. That is when you start seeing Tesla being the #1 selling car in the country, electric or gas. So I think there is some headroom. But you got to pause here for a minute and take a breath and say, at $430 a share, $405 billion market cap, and I love Tesla, but that means that Tesla is valued as highly as Volkswagen, Daimler, BMW, General Motors, Ferrari, Ford, Honda, and Hyundai, all put together. So, look, I think there could be some turbulent times here. By the way, as far as the ZEV credits, the simple fact is this. Tesla is eating their competitors' lunch, and they're making them pay for it. That's a pretty cool trick.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.